Already got a bite, already got a bite. First two casts, just got them out. He's good enough to eat, regardless of what people think about him. Well, now we got one on our other rod. Yep, he's still in there. Two at a time right now, folks. So a lot of you may be asking yourselves, why is this guy out here catching hardhead catfish? And if this is your first video with us, you hadn't really seen it yet, but the last 2 days of this trip, we've been keeping them. I've been bleeding the fish here at the beach. I've been filleting them out. And I've got them soaking in the refrigerator back at our Airbnb. And today is the day we are gonna cook them up. We're gonna have hardhead po' boys. First of all, before you butcher my comment section with the trash fish or your opinion of hardhead catfish, let me ask you this. Have you ever tried them? All right. And then second of all, if you've got a story to tell me, I'm gonna go ahead and guess one of two things that you're fixing to tell me in the comment section. One, some male relative of your family was fishing off an oil rig off the coast, either in Florida, Alabama, or Mississippi, and caught one of these fish, and it had a piece of poop in his mouth. That's right, poop. And you're gonna comment and say, I'm not eating any fish that eats poop. Story number two, another male relative of your family, or it could be the same person, I'm not sure, but he's from either Florida, Alabama, or Mississippi, and he was surf fishing just like I am. He ran out of bait, and he put a cigarette butt on his hook, and he caught a hardhead catfish on a cigarette butt, and you're not gonna eat any fish that you can catch on a cigarette butt. And I've heard that story for the years that I've been coming down here to the Gulf Coast about hardhead catfish, and everybody I know gives me those two scenarios. Well, let me give you some facts. I have ate hardhead catfish before. It is a darker meat than what you would typically think of on a farm-raised channel cat. It's a wild ocean catfish with a diverse diet of things that it eats, and today it's eating cut bait just like any other freshwater catfish that I've ever caught in any of my videos. And right now he's eating cut mullet because I just got a bite on this rod. Fish on. All right, this is a little guy. We'll probably let that one go. If you're just now joining along in this Mississippi coast adventure that the family and I are having, the last two videos we put out, we were out here catching fish too. We caught several stingray the first day. We caught a redfish the first day. And we're just using, you know, basically cut bait. That was a massive chunk of bait we put on there. And this little guy hit it long enough that he finally got on the hook. Get him turned loose and get cast back out. Having to do a quick weather check here. The thunder's really moving in, and it will get on you quick here at the beach. And of course I got two lightning rods sticking up in the air. Turned my camera off. I had freshened this bait up. I had a piece of bait still on that had done caught two fish, and I decided to cut a fresh piece, and now we got a fish. Another little guy. Another little guy. Can't even tell y'all how, when this storm front right here just moved over, temperature changed like 15 degrees. It is crazy, like it is almost cold right now. But fortunately though, you know, it was down here. Looks like it's moving out from us, out that way. Starting to get some lightning further out in the water out here, so wind is definitely picking up. All right, back at the house, I was just going to show you what we've got done so far with that fish. So we've been keeping all of the catfish we've caught the last 3 or 4 days, and today's the day we're going to cook them. But y'all check this out. So just got these fillets in a bowl of water, just added in some iodized salt, pretty heavy. We're just going to let that soak. That water is already turning a little cloudy, and that will help draw that blood out. So it's going to be a few hours before we're ready to cook. That'll be plenty of time for this to soak. And you can see on these, there's quite a bit of red here. Now what I did start doing on the last ones I filleted is I started cutting shallower against the skin and leaving some meat on the skin when I took them off. And so you see all you get here is a line that we can cut out pretty easy. The ones I did earlier in the week, I basically just cut down all the way to the skin, and you can see a lot of red. And we'll want to cut that out because it doesn't taste that great. But once we get that fillet nice and clean, it's going to be good. All right. Where do you want to go today? Go to the museum? I think we're gonna hit up the Lynn Meadows Children's Museum in Gulfport. So yesterday we did Train-tastic. If you missed that video, be sure you go back and see that because it was a load of fun. Plus we caught some fish that morning too, and there was an amazing fireworks show that night because that was on the 4th of July. But today's a new day. Been to Gulfport and bought bait, been out fishing this morning. We're fixing to head to the museum. Doors. Some doors you still got to pull the handle.
That's where we can park. This is what I was talking about.
I know, but I don't remember that being here. That is so cool. Chuck. Got it? Pull, 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 pull. Go boys, go. So the fire alarm went off while we were at the Discovery Center. We are headed out. We're going out. Outside, outside. Wow.
Why is it off?
We don't know. Let's go right over here and wait on everybody else to come out. So yeah, everybody is having to evacuate, and we're not sure why the fire alarm was set off. Yeah, apparently Grammy is in the bathroom right now. We're out, we're safe. We're waiting on Grammy and Ash to come out. Boys are here.
We need to go get them.
No, we don't. Y'all go with Mom. Daddy's gonna make sure they see us, okay? Y'all survived.
We did survive.
6A was the fire in the bathroom.
We can verify that it was not.
All right, our crew is out. Sounds like the fire alarm's going off. Not sure if a kid pulled the handle or this is some kind of weird daily test or something. I don't know.
Mama, like I wasn't scared in there, but
Ready, set, go.
I think the problem is the side that I'm on.
Well, I tried to get you to switch.
Okay. You don't have anything to be scared of.
He's having trouble walking in the flip-flop. Joe, come on, buddy. Good job. Good job, Joe. I'm so proud of you. And John Cohen, you for going higher. Awesome. He's been throwing up. And he's been not by his ear. Hey, you're hurting my rabbit. You can't tell my rabbit by his ear.
All right, take him back and fix him.
All right. My head, I just smashed my head on that. It says watch your head here, but I did it on the way up. It hurt. All right.
Did I do it?
No, son, you're not tall enough to hit your head yet. Anyway, yeah, so we're checking out the Lynn Meadows Children's Museum. We have done this at least twice in the past. It's our third trip here in Gulfport, Mississippi. So Lynn Meadows is a must stop if you got kids. We did Train-tastic in the last video. That's a absolutely must see if you got kids, especially kids that like Legos. Definitely take them there, or trains especially. So yeah, that's all been really cool stuff. Everybody played hard, everybody got tired, and all the adults are hungry. We have been chosen. So after we got wrapped up at the Children's Museum, it was like a 3 o'clock lunch. Had a few errands run after that, and then a thunderstorm rolled through. Wound up in a water gun fight in the backyard in the pouring rain with the kids, and we've just been taking it easy this afternoon, so you haven't missed anything. But I'm gonna go ahead and start the prep work on supper. All right, got our fillets here. Remember, we put them in salt water this morning, trying to pull out a little bit more of that blood. And there you can kind of see how that has worked for us. Now we want to get that drained off and rinse off all that extra salt. And now you can start to see a whole lot better color in these fillets. But we're still going to trim up some of the red off of the skin side. So now let me show you how we're going to turn this trash fish into a treasure meal. We'll go ahead and start by getting our oil heating up. Now what I want to do is make our breading, and we're going to just use a base of yellow cornmeal mix. And even though we're going to make our own breading, we're using pre-made seasonings to do it with. So start with yellow cornmeal, then we're going to use some of this Traeger pin and feather rub and Chef Paul's seafood magic. Trust me, I've done this. It's going to be great. I want to drop it in. But while those are frying, we got to start the next step, and that is the sauce. That's going to be a mayonnaise base, and just so happen to be using light mayo, some soy sauce, about like that, half a lime, and just a little hot sauce. And that is the sauce. Oh, perfect crispy. They float, they're done. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Family's dragging their feet getting in here. I'm sitting down to eat. I'm glad that's that Captain Rodney's. A little sauce on that bread. Give our tomatoes here. A little bit of a red cabbage. And finally, some hardhead catfish. Oh yeah, and a few pickles. Now come on, be real. Tell me, you're turning this down just because it's a certain type of catfish. You saw everything that we did to this fish that people already do to quote unquote good fish, not trash fish, to make them taste better. You cut out the bloodline. You soak them in water, salt water, buttermilk to curb the fishy flavor or even help pull the blood out. You're already doing it to all your other fish. This is no more work than anything else, and I'm fixing to tear it up. There we go. I showed y'all the catfish po' boy that I got at Steve's Marina. That was in the last video. If you hadn't seen it, go back, check it out now. There's a lot of fun stuff in that video. And I'm gonna be honest, there's not much difference. I mean, it tastes good. I've got the sauce on here. Literally all that was on that sandwich was farm-raised catfish, lettuce, maybe some tomato, and some mayonnaise. That's it. I've got my sauce. I've got bread and butter pickles, which is a must. And I've got catfish that tastes amazing. This is a great sandwich. I'll head it out to smacking. What do you think?
It's good, very good.
So funny. I think the best tell will be how much of it gets left on the plate, but I, for one, think it tastes amazing. But we're gonna wrap it up here. Gonna get everybody put to sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow.